Greetings and salutations, everyone. Congratulations are in order to Chris NiCOOOOO for winning $140 as our second round leader. Very nice job. Chris did break the tie with Kevin Donahue by Baylor's resounding victory over St. Mary's. And Chris is the winner of $140. Also, Chris, for your efforts, you get your name pronounced correctly. I have been informed by the president of our company that it is NiCOOOOO with a silent D. Nice job, Chris. Chris is in the lead with 68 points. Right behind Chris, Evan Price with 67 points. Evan was the only man in our pool to pick 6 of the Elite 8. Very nice job, Evan. That's a strong showing. Right behind Evan with 65 points are Dave Powders and Chase Larson, representing the state of Tennessee. Kevin Donahue has dropped to 5th place with 64 points in a tie with Avram Dolan. Behind them, we have a couple of former champions, Jill Downing with 63 points and another fine showing. Mike Schmid with 62 points, proving his previous championship was not a fluke. Tyler Doubt with 61. And in 10th place in a tie with 60 points, Scott Dennis and Larry Manley. Of course, Larry is bereft about Ohio State's catastrophic loss today to Tennessee, especially with Michigan State still alive, riding the coattails of their great coach Tom Izzo, who seems to come alive every year in March. Never pick against Michigan State when it gets to be March. Of course, John Kane picked Michigan State to win it all, and everyone should be rooting for that to happen. I did open my big mouth several videos ago and claimed, as I was clowning on John Kane for having Michigan State, and I claimed that if Michigan State won the championship, I would pay for John Kane's entry to the pool every year forevermore. And not only that, but I would fork over the entry for all who finish in the top 20 this year. I would pay for their entry next year. So I'm praying to God that somebody can beat Michigan State, please. I have moved up to 28th place in the pool, redeeming myself somewhat for my previous stinkiness. And these people have not redeemed themselves. They are in the cellar. The people who have less than 50 points in the pool right now. Horrid. 49 points. Lauren Gibbs, who, by the way, I neglected to mention while apologizing to all Ivy Leaguers. Lauren did go to Brown University, by the way. Tied with Lauren is Aaron York, also with 49 points. I think Aaron might have gone to Salt Lake Community College. With 48 points, Colvere Dollywall and Chris Oakes. With 46 points, Dane Espegard, Tom Skowski, who seems to suck every year in the pool, Matt Washington, and Brandon Oot with a horrid showing in his first effort. And the trailers, 45 points, last place, Kevin Orton and P.J. Potter. Weak. The following people have not yet paid for their pool. If you know any of these people, please lean on them to get me their $40. Kevin Donahue, Chris Heigl, Brandon Oot, and Philip Raphael. Pay up, fools. There are several other people that have not paid but have given me the proverbial check is in the mail. Scott Dennis and Chris Dennis, Chase Larson, Evan Price, one of our leaders, Matt Washington, and also Harold Williams, who I berated on email for being a deadbeat last year. And Harold sent me some blah, blah, blah about how he paid. Harold, I have an email dated April 13th to Dave and Kathleen saying, what's up with this guy? No payment. I believe, Harold, April 13th is after the pool is over. Regrettably, I must also add that Adam Kerchak's entry in our pool is defunct. Yes, I called Adam to get payment for the pool, and Adam said, what pool? I didn't enter. So someone entered under Adam's name. Pretty sure we know who that is. It's a guy by the name of George Dickstad. Some of you know him. Unfortunately, we did banish that fool for not paying many years ago, but somehow he regrettably found his way back into our pool. We should not expect that entry to be paid. So we'll have to adjust first place slightly. All right, people, please pay on time. Pay on time. Someone in the pool said, "Hey Dan, why do you enter yourself for free?" Well, listen. First of all, I spent some time preparing and making these videos. Second of all, I spent time collecting all the money and figuring out who paid, who didn't pay, figuring it all out, and then getting the payments out to people at the end. Yes, the videos are optional, but collecting payment and then paying the winners is not optional. And by the way, on that note, most people in this pool are too dim-witted to run the pool in this manner and make cool videos. So, that's it. Pay on time. That's my speech on that. I want to thank Justin Donald for being the first person to pay for his pool. He did hand me 40 bones in Costa Rica several weeks ago. I also want to thank Jeff Nostradamus Nixon for spending $18.30 to Next Day Air his $40 payment. And I want to thank Chris Oakes for fining himself $10 for paying late and sending me $50. Maybe some of the rest of you should take note of that, Heigl. All right. Second chance pool standings for those of you who care. With 7 out of 8, Austin Orton. But Austin, the kid, picked Syracuse to win it all. So Austin, you're out. 6 out of 8, J. Brad Britton, Justin Donald, Trenton Switzer, and Earl Kelly. Nice job. Mustering up only 3 out of 8. Now keep in mind, these people picked these games just 2 days ago before these games started. 3 out of 8, Joe Shoop. Dane Espegard, who's in the cellar in both pools. Mike Dowd. And also at 3 out of 8, Jeff Nostradamus Nixon. All right, there are some big games this weekend. Of course, Kentucky-West Virginia is the biggest of the big. That is a pivotal game because many people have Kentucky to win it all, and many people have West Virginia in the Final Four, including several people who pick West Virginia to win the championship. So that game is huge. Duke-Baylor, also somewhat significant, in that several people have the Bears to advance to the Final Four. K-State is a key game for those of you who were smart enough to pick K-State rather than Syracuse. Of course, Larry Manley has Butler in the Final Four. Wow. And Michigan State is still alive. And everyone, besides me, should be rooting for them. Enjoy the games this weekend. I'll be back at you guys on Sunday after the next 4 games. See ya.